So I've been telling you that we've got a hen that's been broody. And we started out with 10 eggs. The other day I told you that she only had 7. I didn't know where the other 2 went. I couldn't figure it out. Well, what had happened was she rejected them. And I didn't realize that she rejected them. She threw them out. I picked them up as regular eggs. I didn't see the pencil markings that I put on them. So I got them up into the tray. Carolyn was pulling them out of the tray, going to eat, and she saw the pencil markings and quickly realized that it was the fertile egg. But so she kicked them out. When I take them out from underneath her, I thoroughly inspect them, make sure they don't have pencil markings on them. I took one out the other day and quickly realized that it had pencil markings on it. After I pulled it out, I thought, oh, I didn't check it, and I went and checked it. But it was cracked, so I didn't put it back. So that got us down to 7 the other day. So we figured out where all the eggs went to. Well, now she's down to 4. So she's lost 3 more. I can't find them. There is one in here that she has eaten. It's right here. So that's not a good sign when they're eating their eggs, because they'll continue to do that. They want the stuff inside. They like the egg inside. So I don't want them busting up open the eggs. So hopefully she doesn't get in the habit of that. We'll just have to come down more frequently so she doesn't bust them all open. So she's got 4. We got a week and a half left before they're incubated. I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't know if we'll have any eggs left by the end of the cycle. But it is what it is. We've done everything we can. I don't think that I am responsible for any of the damage except for that one that may have been cracked. I'll take responsibility for that. That one might have been my fault. Not entirely sure it was, but it could have been. So out of the 10, one of them was my fault. That left 9. She rejected the 2. We know that. So that means that they weren't even fertile. Well, they may have been fertile. They just died. Of course they're fertile. We got 2 roosters. There's just no way to get around that. So they didn't make it. And now we got 3 more, and the one that she ate. If we don't get any, we don't get any. It was worth a try. I'm quite happy that we tried it. So we got some eggs in here. So here you might be able to see the color changes in the eggs. So these are Americana eggs. You can see the different color in the blues. They're darker blue, lighter blue, almost white. I don't know, you may not be able to see that in the camera. I've shown it in the camera before, and I can't see it. And then we got just the regular ones. This one she had laying under her. Now see, I check very carefully to make sure there's no pencil mark on it. What she does is she grabs one that someone's laid and pulls it in underneath her. But you can see that the egg that she had eaten has gotten onto that one. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. There's that little spot right there. It's like it's cooked yolk. I don't know if it's just rotten or what that is. So, oh well. I'm really glad we gave it a try though, and I don't think this will be the last time we'll try it. I want to continue to try it. If we get one out of there, that'd be great. I'd be really ecstatic with even 1 or 2. So we got 4 eggs left. We'll see, a week and a half. So this morning I got a couple emails, and I'm pretty sure it was one person. They do that. They make multiple accounts. I don't know why they do that. They'll start making a bunch of comments through multiple accounts. But the first one was explaining to me that I needed lithium ion batteries. And the second one was the problems with lead acid batteries. Well, I mean, both of them were about the problems with lead acid batteries. The odds of getting 2 emails about the same exact subject in one day, well, within a couple hours, it's very odd. It just doesn't happen on my channel. And the thing is we didn't talk about batteries for weeks now. They wanted to explain to me, both of them, whether they're the same person or not, that lead acid batteries have their faults. And I understand that. The one was completely wrong on the information he provided. I've explained what can happen with batteries. He said something about 85 to 75%. I don't know what he was talking about. What it is if you buy a lead acid battery and they say it's 100 amps, it's not 100 amps. It's 50 amps. You only use 50% of the battery. It's false advertising is what it is. It's not that you're getting charged extra and it's just a wasted battery. It's just, don't look at it as 100 amps. It's false advertising. Yeah, there's 100 amps. I mean, if you measured it, it would say 100 amps. But in reality, just admit it's 50 amps. And so you base everything onto that 50 amps. I've explained this in videos before. It's not like I've lied to you about it. If you want to buy lithium ion batteries, that is up to you. You're more welcome to do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. I don't know enough about them to make an educated decision. I've used lead acid batteries for now, what, 7 years in a row. And then in my past, I used lead acid batteries with the system I had in my house, my solar panel system, I don't know, several years. I couldn't tell you how long. So I've always used them. I know how they work. I've got them mastered. I got them all figured out. And I don't want to spend time and money trying to figure something else out. That's the reason I do it. The other thing is lithium is going up in price. Nickel and lithium. As a matter of fact, Elon Musk invented a state-of-the-art battery. And he's putting them in his Teslas. Well, he stopped doing it. The price went up so much that he couldn't afford to put them in there anymore. And I know that there are some really good geniuses out there telling you to buy lithium ion. I get it. I mean, there's one guy who is just an absolute electronic genius. Talks about them all the time. He tears them apart. But again, he's a genius. I'm not. And I think that's the downfall of lead acid, is you got to understand them. The thing I know about lead acid batteries, the ones I have, is you got to charge them every day. You got to take care of them. You got to do maintenance to them. And if you do all that, they last forever. I've been using them forever. So when we started living as nomads, I bought one battery. We had it in the truck and it lasted 3 years. Well, I guess 4-ish, close to 4. Since when we put it down onto the ground, we had that one battery. The thing about that battery is we didn't put it on solar panels. It was always charged by generator. We charge it 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the evening. So we always had a computerized battery charger, the same kind of battery charger you have on your car battery. And it would charge twice a day, and it'd get up to 100% charge. And it was always being maintained very well. So you never got that crud on the plates. The plates kind of get a coating of crud on it after a while if you don't charge them up properly. Well, with solar panels, it's hard to get a proper charge on the batteries. That's the biggest downfall with lead acid on solar panels. So if you don't understand that, you will damage your batteries. Over time, they'll just continuously deplete. So then you get a battery charger, like you put on your car. You disconnect your batteries from your house. This is the important thing. I've said this before. It's like you filling a cup up with water, but you got a little hole in the bottom. So the whole water's always draining out. So technically, you'll never get it fully charged. You don't get that pressure packed in there because that water's streaming out of the bottom. It's kind of what I'm trying to explain. So as long as things are running off the batteries, you can never get them packed full. And so that crystal kind of sticks to the plate a little bit. So once a week or on a cloudy day, when you're not going to get a charge anyways, just like with lithium ion, you're not going to get charged because it's cloudy. You unplug the batteries from the house. You plug the house into the generator. And then you plug your battery charger into the generator and you charge batteries. You shut everything off to the batteries. Let it pack up real good and tight. You do that once a week, you'll never have a problem. And they'll last 4 to 5 years. And they're a lot cheaper than lithium ion. Now, the second guy said the problem with lead acid batteries is that if you put a new battery onto the system, so you got 4 batteries that are a couple of years old and you put a new one on there, the new one will equalize with the old one. Now, I thought he was implying, which isn't true, is that it damages the battery, the new battery. It doesn't damage the new battery. Let's assume for a minute that the old battery, I told you it had 50 amps when you bought it new. Let's assume now that it has 40 amps. Over time, it's just depleted and that's all it can hold anymore. So you put a new battery in there and that old battery is trying to draw energy from the new battery, trying to equalize out. If you unplug that new battery, it's not damaged, it still will charge up to 50%. It's not a big deal. So if you know that you've lost 10 amps off your battery and you put a new one on there, you're gaining 40 more amps. You're not gaining 50, you're gaining 40. But in my mind, I do not trust lithium ion yet. The first guy that emailed me said, these batteries are extremely dangerous. Lead acid batteries are extremely dangerous. They can blow up. Yep, they can blow up, but so can lithium ion. And lithium ion is even more dangerous. When a lead acid battery blows up, it just blows up. I've never had one blow up. I've never seen one blow up. I was on the fire department for a while. We had many car fires, never seen one blow up. But with a lithium ion, once that lithium catches fire, you can't put it out. There's nothing that will extinguish it. It just has to burn. That's one of the problems early on with the Teslas, was when they caught on fire, fire departments couldn't put out the car because the lithium ion, it's like magnesium. If you know what magnesium is, they use that as countermeasures on submarines. They throw out magnesium and it burns without oxygen. Telling me that the batteries are dangerous, well, that's no argument. You're not going to trade safety with one battery or the other. It's just a risk, but that's why the batteries are in this camper. That being said, I did have the batteries in the truck camper when we were nomads. If you want lithium ion, you should go get them. I'm not arguing that point. Fishermen have been using these lead acid batteries, these marine and RV batteries, for years, decades. Trolling around the river or the lake all the time with these batteries. So obviously there's some reliability to them. The other thing is RVs have been using them for a long time. It's when you get into the solar panels, they struggle a little bit. As long as you understand what the struggle is, you'll get through it. I've been doing this for too long. I'm quite happy with the system I got. No reason to change. I don't think lithium ion batteries would actually pay for themselves. And that's the one thing you got to think about is, okay, is it cheaper to go buy lithium ion batteries and solar panels and all that, or just hook up to the grid? So if you'll go on and check out this other channel, I'd really appreciate it. I hope I can inspire you to do your research so you can live your dream. Thanks for watching.